And they're off. Out quickest towards the inside is Jezebella, but right there at her flank is Had to Be Ivory. Had to Be Ivory just strolls by and looks unbeatable at this point. Had to Be Ivory, they're all coming from behind for second. Had to Be Ivory starts off the season where he left off last year. That's in the winner's circle, winning the Norman Peacock Maturity. The unofficial winner of the sixth race, the winner of the Norman Peacock Maturity, was number 2, Had to Be Ivory. Second was number 3, First Cold Wave. Third, number 5, I Live for Candy. And fourth, number 1, Jezebella. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, we have a jockey's claim of foul in this sixth race. The rider of number 6, Bodie, your unofficial 7th place finisher, has lodged a claim of foul against number 5, I Live for Candy, your unofficial 3rd place finisher. Hold all tickets, please. The race is under review by the stewards. Now entering the winner's enclosure is your unofficial winner of the Norman Peacock Maturity. That's number 2, Had to Be Ivory. Starting off the 2023 campaign, 1 for 1. Last season completing a 6 for 6 season, and now goes 23 out of 29 lifetime. The ejection does not affect the first two finishers. So congratulations to the connections of Had to Be Ivory. That's Carol and Jamie Robertson, Bryn Robertson, and of course jockey Josh Scott. The steward's still looking at the claim of foul, 6 against 5. Hold all tickets, please. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, after a video review by the stewards, the claim of foul 6-5 has been disallowed. However, the stewards have determined that number 7, Night Leader, caused the interference on number 6, Bodie. They are flipping those two around. Bodie finished 7th, will now be placed 6th, and Night Leader, that finished 6th, will now be disqualified and placed last. Therefore, the claim of foul, once again, 6-5, has been disallowed. It will be official with those numbers on the board, 2, 3, 5, 1, as your top 4 finishers. The results of the 6th race are now official. The winner is number 2, Had to Be Ivory. 8-year-old Bay Gelding by Ivory James that have Had to Be Fandango by Had to Be Knots. Bred and owned by the partnership of Carol and Jamie Robertson, trained by Bryn Robertson, and ridden to victory by jockey Josh Scott. Had to Be Ivory winning the distance with a time of 15.364 seconds, carrying a speed index of 97. Rechecking from top to bottom, the new order of finish in your program should read 4125. 367. Those are the total results of the 6th race. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our day of live racing here at Ajax Downs. Until next Wednesday, with first race post time at 1:30. We'll now take it down to Jennifer in the winner's enclosure with the Robertson Connection.
Hey, gang. It's Terry Johnston from CKDO Radio. Did the morning show. We knew this race was on today, the Peacock race, and we came down specifically to see this. And this is spectacular. I've got Josh, the jockey. First off, I want to ask you, how does that? First off, how much did it Had to Be Ivory weigh? First off,
I would say he's probably close to 1,400 pounds.
1,400 pounds, and you're like 100. Anyway, how does that feel to have a 1,400 pound? You called him a machine, right? Underneath you.
Yeah, it's incredible. This horse is probably the best horse I've ever sat on in my life. And the energy, is just incredible.
An 8-year-old horse, and he's won this how many times?
4 times. Yeah, it's incredible. He just keeps getting better.
Yep. And tell me what the feel is when you're in that gate. Was he chomping at it? Did you know when you're in the gate ready to go that he's gone?
Oh yeah, this horse is a pretty smart horse, and he knows what he's doing in there. And he was a little sharper today than expected, but he put his head right in a V and was ready to go.
Ready to go. Bryn, you're the trainer. What is it like? What is it like to train a horse like that? How many times has he won out of 23 out of 29 races or something?
23 out of 29. Never was worse than 4th.
Never worse than 4th. And he's 8 years old. He's racing against young horses.
Yeah, but he's smarter.
Oh, he's smarter. He's smarter. Is that because the trainer or the owner that tells him, how to, is Carol, right? Is the owner? Does she talk to him and say, here's the deal, you're not going to lose, right?
Oh, she talks to him all the time. But don't forget, great horses make good trainers.
Yeah. And he's got a personality, does he?
He sure does. He's a sweetheart in the barn, easy to handle, gallops easy. He does everything right.
Everything right. And the trophy is as big as Josh. They're going to be drinking out of it later on tonight. Congratulations, guys. Had to Be Ivory wins yet again.